Persuasion. With the success of Bridgerton, it isn't surprising that Netflix would jump at the chance to adopt a sweeping romance from Jane Austen. Persuasion stars Dakota Johnson as a young woman who is persuaded not to marry the man she loves by her judgmental father. Years later, she meets the man again and must decide whether or not to seize the second chance. Johnson is a very talented actress, and it would be great to see her leading this kind of movie. It is the kind of stirring romantic period story that is a big hit with a certain audience, while also telling a timeless story. Mad Max: Fury Road. Several decades after the last Mad Max movie, George Miller returned to the franchise and proved that there are few directors like him in the business with Mad Max: Fury Road. Tom Hardy steps into the role of Max as he finds himself allied with a warrior, Charlize Theron, who betrays her vicious warlord boss. Hardy and Theron make for thrilling and badass heroes, but the real spectacle is Miller's filmmaking. He turns the story into one giant action sequence that is relentless, overwhelming, and beautiful. The Princess. Joey King is another rising star who has appeared in some terrific projects over the years. With The Princess, King gets the chance to headline her own medieval adventure. There's also a twist on the classic damsel in distress storyline. King plays a princess who is forced to marry a cruel warrior and to be locked away in a tower, only to fight back and seek to save her family.
Reputation. I have to save my family.
The movie looks like a fun, wild, and violent action adventure with a badass lead performance from King. King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.
Why does the sword reveal itself now?
The Legend of King Arthur has been retold countless times, with Guy Ritchie as the latest director, to take on the fantasy story with King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. Charlie Hunnam stars as the titular hero, who, in this version, is a street thief who is revealed to be the prophesied king.
You pulled sword from stone. Behold, you're born king.
The movie was a notorious box office flop, but as more fans discovered it now, it has been called an underrated bit of fun, with a huge scope, some fun action, and a new take.
Whatever it takes to hunt him down.
Maybe a legend worth seeking out. Warrior. Though few people saw the sports drama Warrior when it hit in theaters, it is an entertaining and compelling story that arrives to find a wider audience. The movie stars Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton as two estranged brothers who each separately begin paths as MMA fighters, which leads them to face off in the ring. The fight sequences in this movie are thrilling. It is the moving family drama at its center that really makes Warrior something special as an inspiring sports story. Hardy and Egerton are both excellent, as is Nick Nolte as their equally troubled father. The Raid 2. Fans of the action genre will find plenty to like with the wild and violent sequel, The Raid 2. The follow-up to the breakout 2011 movie, The Raid 2 picks up with the hero Rama as he goes undercover into a crime syndicate. The plot of the movie doesn't break any new ground, but it's also a secondary to the amazing mind-blowing action sequence the movie pulls off. It is intense, brutal, and endlessly thrilling from beginning to end. The Impossible. The real-life survival movie, The Impossible, tells the story of a family on vacation in Thailand. They are caught up in the destructive tsunami that devastated the country in 2004. The movie then follows the parents and their two sons who must find each other and stay alive. The movie is a harrowing and intense ride featuring some incredible sequences. It also boasts a talented cast of actors and actresses who bring heart to the story, including Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, and Tom Holland in an early role as one of the brave sons. Uma. Fans looking for a more modern movie to haunt their dreams might be interested in checking out this year's Uma. Sandra Oh stars as a woman who lives an isolated life on a farm with her daughter. But when the remains of her deceased mother arrive for burial, she becomes haunted by the memories of her mother. It is rare for a horror movie to tackle the mother-daughter relationship, making Uma a unique, felling entry into the genre. While it didn't get much attention upon its release, more fans may find it now. The Fighter. The Fighter features Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale as half-brothers who share a strained relationship with boxing. While Wahlberg's Mickey Ward struggles with getting his career back on track, Bale's Dickie Eklund is a washed-out pro boxer who battles a cocaine addiction. The family drama that ensues helps in setting up a more dialogue-driven boxing film, instead of focusing on intense boxing duels. The fighter attempts to understand the internal dilemmas that a boxer might face before stepping into the ring. As for Christian Bale's role, he offers a brutally realistic glimpse at a self-destructive boxer. Such personal angles behind each character make it much more than a formulaic boxing film.
Isn't really your house, is it?
We can play mommy and daddy.
No way.
Jennifer's Body. This film is a brilliant example of Karen Kusama's feminist genre film perspective, starring Megan Fox in a role that really shows off her acting talent.
Jennifer's evil.
I know.
No, I mean, she's actually evil. Not high school evil.
This film is about Jennifer Check, a beautiful high school student that becomes possessed by a demon. Told also from the perspective of her best friend, we follow Jennifer's descent from normalcy into possession, murders, and mayhem, until the audience discovers the terrifying secret of how she came to be possessed. House of Gucci. The movie follows Patricia Gucci as she finds herself married to Mauricio Gucci.
Gucci needs new blood. It's time to take out the trash.
Heir to the Gucci fashion empire. She struggles with love, power, wealth, and success in a world that is dominated by men who won't take her seriously. Despite the fact that she is a mastermind and genius when it comes to power and manipulation,
I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
the Guccis manage to exile her from the family business, which leads her to make a terrible decision that will change her family forever.
There are places out there you can't find on any map. They're not gone. They're just lost.
Uncharted. As if starring as Spider-Man in the MCU wasn't enough, Tom Holland seems to have another huge franchise on his hands with Uncharted. Based on the popular adventure game, Holland stars as Nathan Drake, a young man who teams up with the treasure hunter, Mark Wahlberg, to find a hidden fortune. Though the younger take on the character didn't work for everyone, Holland's charm helped to make Drake a fun hero, while the movie itself was seen by many as a fun bit of popcorn entertainment. The Gray Man, 2022. After stepping away from the MCU, Joe and Anthony Russo returned to blockbuster filmmaking with The Gray Man.
You hurt?
I mean, my ego's a little bruised.
The movie stars Ryan Gosling as a skilled CIA operative who uncovers dark secrets that sent him on the run from a determined fellow agent who was hunting him, played by Chris Evans.
Must be Lloyd.
What gave it away?
The trash stash. It leans Lloyd.
The Gray Man is a star-studded action movie. It also looks to be a new hopeful franchise for Netflix, which could spin off into several other projects. That's it, guys. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.